Right, I'm just going to router out the door lip ins now. Just a quick thing to show you a little bit about it. That's the router I use. They come in a set, so you get two bodies, and the motor fits inside two different bodies basically. But it's a really good router. It's got LED light on it. It's really light, really good little router. I'm really impressed with it. I used to have a Trend one. Had that for quite a few years actually, but that blew up. But it's nowhere near as good as this thing. This is the router cutter that you use to do the lipping. They're not cheap actually. It's quite surprising how expensive they are. So you buy the arbor, which is the centre part, which has got loads of spacer rings on it, so you can adjust this to any height you want. And then you've got a bearing, which is, you can just see inside there, and that rubs against the side of your piece to stop it going further in than it needs to, and acts as a guide as well. And then you've got the blade. Now, don't quote me on the prices here, but let's say it's £10 for the arbor, £12 for the bearing, and £20 for the cutter. So it's quite an expensive thing. But remember, you've only got to replace the cutter each time and not the arbor and the bearing. And when you set the depth for these, I don't know if you can see, but let's pan over the top of the router there. That's that low at the moment. I've left it on that setting at the moment. I don't pop it back up, I just tuck it away underneath in the cupboard. Saves me setting up again, but I'll check it every time. And what I do is I check it because if you look at a piece that I've already done here, let's go, right, I'll mark it on this piece. This is a piece that I just use to set the router each time, save me measuring. As you can see there, it says T trim. That's T stroke trim, not F trim. And that's where it is on there, look. That's not exactly dead centre, believe it or not. It's slightly off centre. So I always do it from this side, putting the router on top of this part of the block. And I replicate that mark there. And I don't know if you've ever used it before, but the door trim, which I marked there, look, door trim, arrow. If you look at it, let's go up against something dark. If you look at it, it's off centre. So if you used to cut the same hole, the same router line everywhere, it's going to be wrong. So basically you do your door frames out of the T-lipping, or whatever you're going to do, like this table is T-lipping as well, so that'll all be done. I'll do it all with that router setting now. I'll do everything, if I can, if it's available and I've done it ready. All the things that are ready for the T-trim, that's what I'll do. I'll do the T-trim cut first. And then when I've done, I'll go back to the doors and I'll adjust the router and I'll do the door, they call it locker trim, door locker trim, in that setting. So remember, don't use the same setting for both. And make yourself up one of these. It saves you a lot of time in the long run, setting it up. So let's check what I've got it set at. There you go, look. Where's the tip of the blade? So there's the tip of the blade, I can see. And that, against that part of it, disappears nicely inside there. If I go with the door trim side, which is there, where is it? Sorry, one-handed. It's there, look. Won't go inside it. Like will if you really force it in there. But it's offset.